So children, good afternoon all of you. Back to the grammar session. Okay, I had sent you the full lesson in PDF form of sentence. Hope you all have revised. Yesterday I had given you some homework to do it in your homework book. We have one homework book for English and that you had to do that grammar book. So please complete your homework and complete the question answers which I had given you of silver lining. Question number 2 was answer the following with reference to context. So now we start with the lesson that we have started with the lesson sentence, and in sentence we learned what is a sentence. It's a group of words which give complete sense or which makes a complete understanding or clear to understand what one wants to say. Every sentence starts with the capital letter and ends with the full stop, question mark, exclamatory mark. Now it depends on the type of sentence. It depends on the type of sentence. So in sentence we learned subject and predicate. I had told you what is subject and what is predicate. And predicate comprises of, it has an element finite verb. Finite verb is a base verb or the one verb in the predicate which completes the predicate. So it is must to have one finite verb in the predicate to complete the predicate, which is an action word, and it has to be there. So when it is one, we say it is a finite verb. We did this, we did two types of sentences, that was interrogative and exclamation. So exclamation is exclamation mark, a small line and a dot below that, and the question mark for interrogative sentences. After that we did verb, action words. Then we had started yesterday with object of the sentence. There are two objects, one is direct object and one is indirect object. So we learned how we ask the question to the sentence to get an direct object. When we ask the question what to the question, what to the verb, what to the verb, and we get direct object as an answer, then we say it is a direct object. What is indirect object? Now when we ask the question to the sentence by the word whom and we get the answer, is said indirect object. So here we had stopped. We had completed till here and then we had started with the new topic, complement. What are complements? I told you yesterday, I explained you. Complements are the words which give complement to the subject, which gives complement to the subject. Now, I am your friend. I am your friend. So, I is a subject, am your friend. So, when I talk about your friend, then it gives direct complement to the sentence. Now, what is complement? When the action, when the incomplete verb is completed, when the action is completed, it is shown in the action by the verbs which are called, can you tell me which verbs you have learned? By the verbs which are called, they are known as supportive words, when they support to complete. So it is said to a complement. Hope you have cleared till here. This was a short recap. Now we are going to start with the new session, infinitives and gerunds. Infinitives and gerunds. Now you have been learning this in 7th standard also. Now children, infinitives. We have infinitives and gerunds. Hope you have learned in 7th standard. Okay. So infinitives. What are infinitives? Can anybody tell me? The infinitive of a verb is its basic form with or without the particle into it. It is the base form of the verb. It is the base form of the verb. For example, when we say be, to be. For example, when we say be, to be. Do or to do. Do or to do. So what are infinitives? Infinitives are the words which contain or which are followed by two words. Now if I say I want to work, I want to work. Now when I say I want to work, this is a infinitive. This is an infinitive. I want to work. Now infinitives, we have bare words which are called bare verbs, like be, do. It means the words which can go without to are called bare verbs. Hope you are understanding, children. They are called as bare verbs. So the words which go without to are called bare verbs, and the words which go with to are called full infinitives. So this is what we have learnt in infinitives. Infinitives means the word which go with to, or they follow to, or they make a complete infinitive. They make a complete infinitive. Now after infinitive, what is our next point here is gerunds. Gerunds. Now gerunds are the, hope you have learned, all of you. You have learned gerunds? Okay. What are gerunds? Gerunds are ing words. Gerunds are ing words. Gerunds means ing words. When ing is added to the first form of word, it is said gerund. So the action word, when it is added with ing, is said to be gerunds. Okay children, did you understand what are gerunds? In short, we say gerunds are ing words. I am writing, I am teaching, you are listening. These are gerunds. Now, some examples of gerunds or infinitives. Can you see the board, children? Infinitives: to play, to sing. Now these are the examples of infinitives: to play, to sing. Now if I want to make them in gerund form, then I will say playing, playing, singing, so this is the difference between infinitives and gerunds. The action word which go with to are called infinitives. The action word which go with ing are called gerunds. So hope you all are clear with infinitives and gerunds. Now children, we have some examples in our textbook. So what is the example number 1? See, I read for you. Children love to play. I love to go for shopping. I love to go to the mall. Okay. I like to make everybody happy. Now see, the words which are going are with to. They are the examples of, yes, infinitives. And I am playing, I am singing, I am teaching, I am going to the mall. So these are gerund form of verbs. When the first base word, like I am going. So go is the base word and when I add ing and I continue the action with ing, they are said to be gerunds. Now there is a table, we have to complete that, or we have to read it for understanding. So I want everybody to read it today, and tomorrow we will be solving the exercise which is given in the textbook at the end. Excuse me, children. So what you do by the time we meet the next session, I want you to read the whole chapter sentence, understand, and try to complete the exercise which is given in the textbook. We will be solving together tomorrow, and I will be giving you the answers also. So be ready with the exercise which is in the textbook, and we will be completing it tomorrow. Okay, so children, till and then, bye. Have a great day. Take care. Okay.